The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
How you doing, Luttsy? You look
I'm pretty
sad.
good. No, I just put my headphones on, getting myself, in the game, as they say.
Have you had your Euro gum?
Yeah, I've had my Euro gum this morning. I just spat it out moments ago.
You're getting an early touch, an early hit up.
Yeah.
Quick play of the ball, just get yourself into the contest.
Okay, I remember this.
Do you get an early touch in the morning, Ash?
No, God, he hasn't for years.
Not these days, Nikki.
No.
Mate, I'll answer that, okay?
What did you say?
I'll answer for you on this one. No, not really, though, eh, for you.
No.
So what's going on? What's been happening?
No, it's all
Fill me in. Get me up to speed. Like I was on briefly yesterday, but I still feel so out of the loop. Has anything major happened in there?
You got a lot more energy today. I've noticed that.
It's the first night I've slept through. I feel like a baby. It's like I finally slept through. I might burp next and then feel great.
Really?
Oh,
You're
God.
good.
Yeah, well,
How is your manky mouth? Like, what's the deal with it? I can't. Like when I look
It's
at you, I
so
can't
much-
see anything.
Oh, it's so much better. So much better. I don't have this giant protruding lump in my mouth anymore, which feels great. And it hurts so much less. Like I can barely feel it now. Whereas I used to wake up every day with just pain. So yeah, it's really nice. Now the only pain I've got is you two in my ass.
Yeah, but
Low blow
You
from
get-
Osborne
you
early
get
in the
pa- You
morning.
get paid to have our pain in your ass.
I do. I actually like your
so.
pain in my ass. I enjoy you
I
two.
like being your pain in your ass.
Oh, it's all good, isn't it, Ash? It's
This is
uncomfortable.
beautiful, isn't it?
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I need your advice, guys, because in the week that was my, week in bed post-surgery, I thought I was going to be better a lot quicker than I was. And I kind of missed a rather big event on Friday that I really should have been at. And I'm not quite sure how to make it up to the person. It was Jeremy's 50th birthday party,
Oh, dear.
and I didn't make it.
Yeah,
Oh, was there a party? Was there?
Well, there wasn't a party because if there was a party, it would have been crap because I wasn't there because I would have had to have thrown the party. It
Well,
was
you
a
bring the
dinner
heat.
party.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah, I make it fun.
You bring the
So
sizzle.
instead, it
Jeremy
was a-
couldn't do it himself. He's not going to put on a party. That's her job. Like, who else but her to do it?
Oh, to
know.
organise
I know, to organise it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, even if you had the party and Nikki didn't turn up, it wouldn't be a party because Nikki would she'd bring it.
Yeah.
to the
I bring
party.
the table dancing.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. But so he went out for dinner, and because I was such a mess, he was good. He said, "No, it's all right. I'll go on my own, and you look after you, and blah blah blah." But the next
What did he
day,
go to? Did he go to dinner by himself, or there was
he went
still
with
a group?
friends.
Yes.
No,
with
he
the
went with a
candle.
group. But and it was all lovely and everything, but it was a bit of a non-event. It was more like a Friday night with friends. And then the next day, he was just sad. And I felt really, really, really bad because he went, "I'm not in my 40s anymore." I said, "No, you're not. And, I'm with an old person. This is scary." But that didn't help either.
No,
but
funny enough.
I don't know how to make it up to him because, it's meant to be a big occasion. Like my 40th was a bit of a non-event as well. How do you make it up to a dude?
I mean, there's a couple of ways that jumps immediately to mind.
I know. Well, once my mouth is better,
No, there's nothing to do with your mouth. What would you even go there?
You sing to him, serenade.
Yeah, see, that's
that's it. That's it.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I'll make it even worse.
I don't know. You give him a wonderful, personalised experience. I'm not being filthy, all right? But I don't know.
No. Well,
Take him somewhere. Do something.
Well,
You took him to
planned-
Spices. What more
I know,
does he
and
want?
that was amazing. Well, I'm going to do that again
Don't
this
get angry.
weekend.
I'm angry now. He's so
Yeah.
needy.
The way Luttsy would turn this. Luttsy would have turned this into a shouting.
He just
What
wants
are
to
you
get angry.
talking about? I took you to Spices.
Don't reflect this back on me. This is about Jeremy, all right?
But what would you want? Like Ash, I know you'd want to be allowed to just go away fishing for a week.
I
And
went
you'd
over
be
to
okay.
Stratty actually for my 50th. Had a bit of a family thing over there, which was fine because I didn't want a party. I didn't want a man. And you talk about turning 40, Nikki. Like I wanted to keep that so low key.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
When I turned 40.
And they didn't, did
I
they?
was keeping it so quiet. I wasn't telling anyone that I was turning 40 in October. And then I came in here one day And I still remember they said, turn around. I turned around to have a look into the next studio. They had a huge billboard made up. That was Ash Bradnam, the musical.
Yeah.
And they actually put on a musical down at...
The Powerhouse.
Yeah, down at the Powerhouse.
Like the main auditorium at the Powerhouse, like the big one.
For my 40th. It basically was about a 2-hour roasting session. Luttsy talked about what a pisshead I am for 2 hours.
In front of his family.
Well, that would have made you feel better, wouldn't it?
No,
Ash?
it did make him feel
It was great. And then they replayed it
His
on
mum
Channel
still
9.
hates me. Oh, yeah, we did. But how did that even get to air? Like, it was pretty rude.
Yeah.
But I've got issues with birthdays because I feel like they can be really, really disappointing. In fact, I think this could be a phoner. Could we do a phoner?
Mike, you can do whatever
When
you
have
want.
you had the most anticlimactic birthday?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Where like a milestone birthday that just turned out to be nothing.
Yeah, just turned to crap. Like I had a birthday once and not one person showed up.
Charlie Drake party, they call that.
Oh, really?
I don't know what that was a reference. My mum uses it's a Charlie Drake party. It must have been some sort of a book or something back in the day.
Charlie Drake.
Charlie Drake. He was the Nikki Osborne of the olden times. Had a manky mouth, the whole thing, and no one turned up. Literally, no one turned up to his birthday party.
It feels bad.
How come no one turned up to your birthday party?
Because I was living in Sydney at the time, and Sydney is full of tossers, and they don't care about you. I ended up leaving the city because they just don't care.
It was more you recognising your friends and what friends you should have had.
Yeah, I'd made crap ones. In fact, one person turned up late. You know who that was?
Michael Clark? No.
John English.
Oh, okay. Well, not
John
far
English,
off, was I?
no.
It was
The old
pretty
rock
close,
and roller.
actually. Yeah.
He turned up.
All together now, John English.
All together. I toured with him for a year.
He
Really?
turned up. I mean,
He turned up.
As good as it was or is that he did turn up, it's also a little bit desperate on his behalf. Yeah. When you're the only guy to turn up to someone's birthday, it's like, I don't know.
Well,
it reflects on him in some weird way as well, I reckon.
Well, I had a cupboard full of vodka, so
So you and John English just drink vodka all night.
pretty much he liked to get on it.
What, is this your 30th?
No, this was my 21st.
What, so hang on a
Your
sec.
21st?
So you had a 21st where John
Look, I've
English
lived
was
a
well
life,
into his
okay?
60s by then. Was the
No,
only
he's
person...
53.
Oh, sorry. That's better.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Well, Nikki, you were talking to us before the song there about some fizzes, parties. It hasn't worked out for you on two fronts, and you threw it open on 13-24-10. Shane out of Cornubia has given us a call. Which birthday party for you didn't go down so well, mate?
Yeah, good morning, guys. My 50th. I travel for work, and one of my hardware stores really needed me there for a builder's breakfast. So I got into Dolby the night before on my 50th and decided to have some Red Rooster, and I was sitting Red Rooster by myself.
Oh.
And then the next morning, the boys had forgotten to send out the invites for the builder's breakfast, so it was a waste of trip.
Oh, no.
I could have killed them.
Mate,
Yep.
did you treat yourself, like, given it was your 50th to, like...
Yeah, I went the half chicken and chips, mate. So, you know.
Did you go
and,
the pineapple? You know, they sometimes have to do the pineapple
yeah,
deal.
Yeah, the old pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good on it. Happy 50th, you beauty.
Did you stick like,
You'll be all
stick like a single candle in the mashed potato or something?
No, mate, no. I didn't want to draw attention to myself. To so many people in
Taking a
the
complete
restaurant,
Oh. There's nothing quite like the feeling of sitting in a fast food
yeah.
restaurant on your own, especially
On your 50th birthday.
Very special. Very special. Yes, I was very special.
I was at a way cooler place than that in Duke's Bar, Waikiki Beach once.
Well, that's a good location at least.
Great location.
No, that's the story too. That's it. You just
That's
Excellent.
That's all I've got. It's not even related to it. No, it was 10:30 at night, Shane, and I've been drinking there for several hours by this point, about 12 hours in fact.
Oh, is this one of your karaoke stories again?
And the bartender switched shifts, and the new one came on, and they require your ID, as they do in America, just to check and whatever. And I give my ID over. It's about 11:15 at night, and the new bartender went, "It's your birthday." And I had no idea, with an hour to go on my birthday, that it was actually my birthday. I forgot not everyone else didn't forget. I forgot it was my birthday. And sat by myself for the last hour of my birthday at Duke's Bar in Waikiki Beach.
Oh, that's not funny. That's just sad. I just feel bad.
least you had a drink.
Yeah, at least you had a drink.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
The Society on the Star Stradbroke Day, your premium race day experience. Book now at brc.com.au. Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's Horseplay, Yay or Nay.
That was the funniest visual just then, watching Luttsy don a horse head, put a bridle in his mouth, and then put his earphones on.
Can you hear it?
Like he's still a professional. Now, I'm new to this, so you're going to have to talk me through this.
Don't rub it on your teeth.
I'm trying to do SRNLD, whatever it's called.
ASMR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
That's the vital on my teeth.
Don't get it
So,
caught in your
yeah,
mustache.
you got a
Ian.
full bridle in your
It
mouth.
got caught in my moustache. Voey, you can't say V's in a bridle. The irony, because it starts with V. Voey trimmed my moustache yesterday, so it's not getting in the bridle today.
Wait, someone trimmed your moustache, so it's not...
Bowie trimmed his moustache.
Voey.
Okay, gotcha.
Jade
Yeah, you
out of
can't say B.
Roachdale South. What's going on, Jade?
Morning, team.
Good morning.
Mitch, tell Jade what she could win here. What the ultimate prize is.
We're talking 6 premium tickets to the Society, which we're being told, Luttsy's saying, it's the best view. It's the best view you could hope for there. Stunning views of the track, superior canapé menu, and a 5-hour gold beverage package. we will help send you there in style with limo transfers and a Westfield, a gift card to make sure they are looking the part. So all that for you and 5 mates getting into the draw.
Awesome.
Right. Should I say the fact?
Indeed.
Okay. Now, I never heard of this guy, so I apologise if I say the name wrong.
Okay.
Former Golden State Warrior, Manute Bol, is considered to be the world's tallest jockey at 7'7". Is this yay or nay?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Let's go yay.
You say yay, there's a 7'7" jockey? Well, you're right! What?
No way.
No,
I beg your pardon, really?
he obtained a jockey licence from the Indiana Horse Racing Commission after retiring from the NBA.
Does the horse ride him?
Yeah. I don't know if he's ever ridden a horse.
That's incredibly tall.
He's got his jockey licence.
And by the way, Luttsy, you will be a great addition to the old folks' home.
I know, right? That's what I sound like.
It's like you're choking on your mash. This is hilarious. All right, so
Richie,
she said yay, and that's correct. So what does that mean?
yeah, well,
This is in the draw.
under the draw.
Oh,
Thanks, team. Thank you.
Oh, hang in there. I thought you were no chance, Jade. I thought oh, you've got to be kidding. A 7'7" jockey.
That's crazy.
Well, I've heard it all. I'm going home.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We there's an opportunity which has arisen at my house, and I'm not sure if I should take full advantage of it because we've got Sonny Bill, as you know. Both Nikki and I have got golden retrievers, and I'm beginning to really like the idea, Nikki, of getting our golden retrievers together. No, like if you get a bunch of golden retrievers together, I just think it could be a ton of fun.
yeah, the golden hour, not the golden shower, Luttsy. The golden hour.
That's different.
Yeah, we could run
That's
with that.
different.
We could run with that as a name. And Sonny Bill, as I've been saying, he's getting old. Like he's the same age as Archie. So he's 13 years of age. His hips are going, and you got to help him up onto the bed. You got to help him into the back of the car. He just sort of puts his 2 paws there and just sort of waits to be lifted up these days. And you put him into the back of the car. And I've been saying to Jode, look, I'm always going to have a dog. I always will have a dog, but she's like, when Sonny Bill goes, that's it. Like we're not going to be able to.
He's the last.
We're not getting another one. And I always just look at Archie and go, yeah, listen. We'll take care of it.
Well, what's she going to do? Like, if you bring a new one?
Exactamundo. Like, if I just
It's one of those things,
Yeah.
you beg for forgiveness,
Like,
not
you know,
for permission.
Don't get me wrong, Jodie can be a mean woman.
Well, you know.
I mean, I know.
You know.
But I mean, I'm just saying. Again, I've said
And
for
she
years,
got the
I don't know
third
how you
kid,
put up with
right?
that.
Yeah, that's true, Nikki. We got the third kid.
Yeah, you gave her a third kid.
Yeah.
God, you've been so good to her.
Oh, thank you.
Now I think of it.
Thank you. I'm going to have you on speakerphone.
It's all
I
give,
am
no
not saying
take.
this
It
on
would
the record.
seem.
Give no take. No, but she relented, and she
Oh.
she's actually suggested. We had some pretty good friends of ours that they had to put their dog down this week, and they've
Oh,
been,
no.
they've been upset. They fell down the stairs. It was a really old dog too, so that's a tough time and all the rest of it. But then Joe just sent me a message just yesterday saying, "Oh, just seeing how sad that was. I'm wondering if we should get a puppy so Sonny can train him."
Oh,
Like,
and so you've got the
Train him what? To
crossover.
sleep.
Well, I call him the head of security. Yeah, so, train
To
him
be
so-
the worst security ever.
No, I go. He's been our best security dog. If you just go on the statistics,
Stats,
because we've
yeah.
never been broken into.
Yep.
With Sonny Bill.
Oh,
it.
touch wood. You can't say that out loud.
He's
to
got-
the
He's got a
person
clean
listening.
slate.
Yep.
A clean slate.
Yeah, he's the head of security, mate.
you know.
I actually bought him
Yeah.
from the markets at Surface. His collar around his neck. It's one of those big, mean-looking things that says security.
Are you serious?
And we were once up at Hartwood with Sunnyville, and he fell asleep, and there was a screen door. That's all that it was, and a goanna walked past, like literally walked past him as he slept, and he didn't even wake up.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Jeremy just sent me right now an updated list of things you cannot do in Europe or you will get hit with a fine. One of them, which I'm not surprised, is you can't wear high heels to an archaeological site, like in Greece, for example.
Oh, right.
You cannot wear
The Acropolis or
high
something.
heels. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
right.
do that. And I just...
I can't
oh,
understand
there we
that.
go.
Like, I don't let people wear high heels on my wooden floors at my apartment. So if it's good enough
Well,
for
no,
you, it's
'cause
good
they
enough for the
stuff it
Acropolis.
up.
Yeah.
Not to mention that, it can injure yourself. Like, I learned very quickly in Rome to not wear platforms down the cobble streets because you're just basically rolling an ankle with every stop. Sure, your legs look good, but you'll end up doing
off.
yourself
Doing
an injury.
Doing an ankle or something.
There's-
An ACL.
There's two bands that they've brought out in Spain. One, I understand. The other one, I don't know how they're going to police this one. The first one is they're banning smoking on some of the beaches. So,
Beaches.
on the beaches.
Can you smoke on Australian
they're-
beaches?
I don't know.
You don't see it.
I
much,
don't
do
think
you?
it matters on Australia. No, because they're public open spaces. I think it's because they can actually police it because a lot of them are beach clubs.
Can you still smoke
I know
at
Spain-
cafes and stuff like that? Like,
They're starting to crack
completely
down
ruled
on
that
that.
out here. Hey, like you remember back in the day? Like you don't ever really come across that much sort of cigarette smoking anymore.
No. Like,
You know,
anywhere.
it's
Out and about.
gone.
Like
It is-
back
it's
in the day, you walk
gone.
into a pub and it was like you walk into a cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
wouldn't
You,
you?
you stunk. But when by the time you got
Yeah.
home, your hair stunk,
Yeah.
your clothes stunk. It was gross.
And you'd have black boogers in the morning. Like you'd blow out the biggest black boogers from all the smoke.
Really?
Yeah. But no, even in France, they're banning smoking in certain places as well.
Yeah,
Which,
and
you
then
know,
the French, and you know the French.
Not the French are like.
Well,
That's
it
their
comes to
national
smoking.
sport,
Yeah.
smoking in
It
cafes.
pretty much is.
So
gonna
that's
note-
something they're doing.
I was going to say, we got a note come from the producers just saying smoking only banned betwing the flags on Australian beaches.
There you go. Safety
Wow,
first.
yeah, exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe
Well,
it's
they
just more
haven't seen
densely
me in
sort
my
of-
new bikini because when I wore that the other day between the flags, I was smoking.
Like, you don't. Yeah, well,
I
exactly.
can't believe I said that out loud. What an idiot.
Oh, dear.
Actually, I had a wedgie in Sandscrot. But,
Oh, come on.
I mean, I've never
What?
heard
You
of
know
that
what
term.
Sands-
trying to work out whether that's
The
hot or
mind,
not.
the mind boggles.
Is that hot or disgusting?
I don't
I'm
think
not
it's
sure.
hot.
No, it's not hot. Okay.
No, it's when you get dumped that many times and in your swimsuit, in female swimsuits, they've got this extra
Keep
kind
talking.
of
Oh, yeah, that bit.
catchment area
Yeah, yeah.
and it fills up with sand.
Yeah.
So
No,
you
we
end
have
up
that
with
now.
sand
We get
scrot.
that.
TTs have that under your crack.
So you get like double scrot.
Yeah, I remember as a kid when you were a bit more adventurous in the water.
Well, when you're a kid, you used to go. You used,
What,
you
mate? Go
used
on.
to actually put it in there because you said you. And you just walk around with it. Well,
Just walk out.
He was
I'd
a
fill
bit
it out.
strange.
I'd put half a
yes.
kilogram instead of this on occasions.
And there's kelp hanging
How come
out as
Luttsy-
well. You
how
got it
come
all
Luttsy
going
didn't
on.
do so well in the cross country this week? Well, he had the sand scrot he brought back from Kira. You know,
I would never win a
It
cooling
weighed him
game.
down
I'd
in the
never
last
win-
1 kilometre.
I'd never win a cooling game.
Kira,
gold.
was she a nice girl?
Yeah, she was all right. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
I
anything
get
else,
that.
Nikki? What else they got?
Yeah. In Spain, you can't pee in the sea. And I'm like, how are they going to police
How are they going
this?
to police that?
How do you?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, you'd have to.
I
give
guess
that a
I'll
go
just be
to see
watching
whether they've
people-
got the police.
Yeah, if they wade in.
Yeah.
If they wade into the waist and just kind of look around funny for a bit.
That'd be
And then-
that'd be funny if they did that thing. I've seen it on the pool sometimes. You know, where they put in something in the pool so that if you
Purple dye.
No, yeah, the purple
Yeah,
dye.
the purple thing where it
like,
goes
what
purple.
is that? That'd be so embarrassing if you get busted.
In the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it turns purple if you've urinated, basically.
Yeah.
But that's a weird one because I was at the Olympics in France last year. There's public urinals there. Like as you walk into the stadium, and it's just like it's on the street.
Yeah.
A urinal. Like
Yeah.
I went to take a photo of it. Well, I can't take a photo because there'll be.
Yeah.
14 slugs in the damn thing. You know, like it's right there. You can see everything. Like right on the street.
Yeah, we get it.
goodness.
Luttsy spent. Yeah, they've got that in Paris too.
I didn't even get to the hockey one night. I
No,
was still there all night.
When I went to Paris, they did the exact same thing there. Like
Yeah,
it's
it was in
not-
Paris. No,
it's-
Paris. It was in Paris,
Yeah,
the
it's not.
Olympics.
It's not
Yeah.
covered. It's just sort of like four
It's on the
corners all
street.
come together. Yeah, right on the street.
Yeah, like you're walking past and you can see, you know, some guys rip their strides down a bit. So you can see their butts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No thanks. Speaking of seeing everything in the middle of the street, Croatia is cracking down on that. In Split, which is the notorious hotspot
Cracking
for
and split, yep.
yes. Walking around the historic city centre in swimwear is now forbidden.
Really?
You get hit with a fine of $170.
I don't mind that.
No, why?
Because, 95% of people you don't want to see in a swimsuit. And secondly, on the Gold Coast, I want to get Tom Taint onto this. Once you cross that first road on the beach, you know, what's that called? What's that road called?
The Esplanade.
Yeah,
there.
whatever, that bit.
Yeah.
Or, further down, it's the...
What, you reckon that if you cross
Once
the
you
Esplanade,
cross
you
that,
should be just...
all I'm saying is
stop it.
you go to
Stop it.
Pack Fair
Oh.
and someone's in Woolworths and they're dick togs.
Yeah, that...
Come on,
Nah,
dude,
you're gonna-
put it away.
Nah, you're gonna meet resistance from me and Ash here because that is
Yeah,
a
me too.
lifestyle that we have chosen.
you are dancing on your own.
Oh,
That's spoken like a true...
I live here.
Someone-
Stop it.
Well,
Put your slug
Just
away in
'cause someone
Woolworths.
like you's got the complexion that you do, and you've got to cover
Oh,
up, mate. Don't,
so
don't
you're
mean-
saying
don't mean
people
the rest of us
appreciate-
have to go and cover up.
People appreciate your
It's part of our
physique
culture.
more than mine.
It's part of our culture.
No one needs
We
to
all,
Yeah, it
we
is.
all want you to be covered up.
No
Don't
one
get me wrong, but just let the rest of us live our lives.
No one needs to see Brandon bum.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
This has come up my radar the last couple of weeks. I've got friends overseas at the moment saying they're desperately trying to get their hands on what they described as this labubu phenomenon. And I was, what on earth is that? And it's sort of, depending on who you speak to now, people are hearing about it and not hearing about it. But essentially, it's a hot ticket. And if 13/24/10, if you have any insight into this, because I'm flying almost nude when it comes to what this is, basically. My understanding is...
Oh, I've just Googled it.
Yeah.
They're weird-looking gremlin bunny things.
I guess it's a throwback to those sort of... I remember back when you were kids, it's
Cabbage Patch.
I think they call it kidulting. So it's stuff that as adults we remember from our childhood. So Cabbage Patch, that sort of... there was a couple of other... Nikki, was Cabbage Patch one of the things? What are the ones that you remember as a kid you wanted to have?
Oh, well, I was Barbie and
Yeah.
Sweet Keepers.
Yeah,
They
okay.
were My Little Pony and Sweet Keepers, they were a big thing
Yeah,
back then.
right.
You know what? They look like Teletubbies, but with demonic faces.
It's almost like Teletubbies by way of the creatures from Where the Wild Things Are, like those. Big
Yes.
sort of,
Yes,
It's that sort of vibe.
that's the vibe.
You know,
So what is it?
Well, it was in a book called The Monsters back in the 2015 or something, and then all of a sudden it sort of bounced back, and celebrities started using them as like trinkets on their handbags.
Oh, so they're just small.
Yeah, well, they can. Yeah, they're kind of small little things. But is it Lisa from White Lotus who's in that
the
band?
K-pop star
Called-
with like 100 million followers
Yeah.
or something ridiculous.
She did it. I think Dua Lipa started putting it on her handbags as well. And I think they come in different sizes. They come anything from a little keyring sort of situation to sort of
But is that no? But what
6
I'm
inches
asking
high.
is that what you do with them? They're not like a Cabbage Patch doll where you
Well-
you play with them or whatever. You put them on your handbag, do you?
I think you're more likely to keep them in that sort of way, but I mean, you can do whatever you want with them. I see that some of them are reselling for as much as $7,000 at the
That's
moment.
ridiculous.
Whoa,
Initially,
what?
I think it was I'm going to say a Korean, that could be wrong, maybe Japanese store called Pop Mart that was selling it initially, but it's gone well
I'm
beyond
on their
that
website
now.
right now.
Yeah.
So when they were selling them initially,
13.24.10,
They
by the
were-
way. Yeah, if you have any info.
they were around the $50 mark, and now I'm looking at a few that are left that are in stock. 1,580.
It's crazy.
The one that is left.
I mean, you'll go to there's stores all around the world right now with big signs out the front saying we do not have any Labubu in stock. Do not. But otherwise, if they do, the lineups are around the corner.
This
and
is
down
brilliant.
The block.
This is like tangible NFTs. That's what I feel like this is. I think
is.
this is being deliberately done where there's only a limited supply, thus stock goes up. This is fascinating.
I'm still-
Bitcoin of stuffies.
I've never heard of, until you started opening your big yap there, Luttsy, I've never heard of the word Labubu.
Yeah.
And I'm
I'm
still...
so glad you said Luttsy then.
Yeah, I'm still a bit confused as to what they exactly are. So it's a fashion accessory.
I mean, it's not dissimilar to this little puppy
No,
dog.
but
at the
that's
moment.
just a little dog.
toys.
It's a toy.
It's a toy. It's
Look.
a toy, is it? Yeah.
It's a trinket toy. Can you see that?
It's a rather large trinket you'd put on a handbag, I guess, if for the handbag.
You
one.
remember troll dolls?
Yeah. Similar to that.
They're about that size.
Just
Yes.
let's go to Richard out of Cooper's Plains. Richard,
What
what
do
do
you
you got, mate? What's your data on the Labubu?
We've got a bit bigger one that my 11-year-old daughter got for her birthday a couple of weeks ago, and it was about $110.
Right.
Oh, that's a bargain.
Yeah, a real bargain for a teddy bear.
Where'd you get that
No,
from?
mate, steal it and put it online because you could get
Yeah.
over 1,000 now.
Yes, they're selling quite expensive, eBay, etc. We got it from Pop Mart.
Yeah, so Pop Mart's
yeah.
that store. I was
Oh, so
saying.
online. You bought it online from Pop Mart.
No, Pop Mart at
stores.
Garden City.
Yeah, there is. There's one in Garden City.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Yes.
so
And
Yeah.
and people line up from 5 a.m. in the morning on Tuesdays and Friday mornings to get access to them because they sell out that fast.
So it's
My
Tuesday.
daughter had to wait.
I don't want to sound prejudiced, but you know a lot about this stuff and you sound like somebody who just hang out at the pub. You're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So
yeah,
why Tuesday and Friday, Richard? Is that the days they come in or they get stock or what?
That's the days they get stock and they sell out within an hour or so. I think my daughter had to wait an hour and a half with her sister to get one.
Holy hell. Thanks, Richard. Sandra out of Deception Bay. So what have you got? You got kids that are after this as well or into it?
Yeah, I've actually got teenagers, 18 and 15-year-olds, and they're obsessed with them. Yeah. And
How many do they have?
Sorry, they have about 5 all up. Yeah.
And
They hang
expensive?
on your bag. Yeah, about $50 to $60. But there is a hack. You can get the dupes from AliExpress. They're
Yeah,
not the
there's
real
fakes.
things. Yeah, there is fakes out there, but yeah. But they've got about 4 real ones, and then they get the fake as well.
I looked on Temu because I'm more of a Temu guy than an Ali.
Yeah.
It looked like they were selling a lot of accessories, like glass cases you can put them in and things like
Yeah.
that. There's a whole lot of
Yeah.
accessories. It's nuts, Ash.
Huh. I've
It's
never heard of it.
crazy, yeah.
Natalie out of Everton Hills. Yeah, you've stumbled on something here, Luttsy. The phones are lighting up. Natalie, yes, Natalie. So are you into them or have you got kids that want them?
Yeah, sadly I am at 36 years old. But
Well, they call it kid old
I
thing.
thought-
It's stuff that we loved as kids that we now are buying as adults. So this isn't just a kids thing.
yeah, and they grow on you. So like you think they're really ugly to begin with, and then next minute you're hunting them down and you want them. So luckily there's actually a Pop Mart vending machine at Chermside. So yeah, that gets stalked daily, and people line up before the guy even comes to fill up the machine.
Really?
But ever since, yeah.
What do they sell them for out of the vending machine?
I think they're, from memory, $32 out of the vending machine.
And then could you on-sell them online, like if you wanted
Yeah,
to?
that's what people definitely do.
Yeah.
The bad thing is when you wait in the vending machine, the first person in line they can literally buy them all. So
Yeah, right.
Oh, geez, you'd be
sometimes you've got to
spewing.
be one per person kind of thing,
Oh.
but that doesn't.
Like,
Tell you what,
Yeah, Nikki?
if you were smart, you'd set up a skill tester machine with only Labubu dolls in them. Imagine how much coin you would make from all these kids failing to catch their Labubus.
You'd have to get 100 of the damn things to fill the machine with. But I mean, it's at the level where people would be waiting, I reckon, for this guy, the vending machine guy, in the car park. Yeah. You're going, dude, let's cut out the Let's cut out the middleman.
Cut out the middleman.
Let's
no violence, thank you, people.
No, I'm not saying
Jules out of Mount Gravatt.
Saying belt
mug him.
Yeah, Jules. What do you got?
Yeah, mate. So I actually have one. I'm a hairdresser, and a friend of mine got me one. It's actually on my wall in the salon. So I don't want to take it home because my 15-year-old daughter thinks they're ugly. So, I have one. I was in Sydney last weekend and I saw a lineup down Pitt Street Mall, and they were waiting just if they had a shipment come in, and it was all the way down Pitt Street Mall.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I had a client also buy one, and we watched it go up in value online by the minute. Actually, by the minute.
Holy hell. I'm going to go and invest in this. You watch this. I'm going to invest in Labubu.
And then we should send Nick out. We should send Nick out, and he could.
It might be worth it next week. I'm just looking. There's a Pop Mart at Mount Gravatt that we just spoke about. There's also one at Indooroopilly. It looks like they're the only two I can find in Brisbane who are the official Pop Mart, stores. They're the official Labubu sellers, if you like.
Well, also we get Nick to go and clean out one of these vending machines.
Start on selling.
Rob one.
Yeah, we'll sell them to our listeners.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.